One of the most important things is to learn how to optimize your code and increase your page speed. One of the most important things is understanding what waterfall is and request blocking means and how to handle your loadings. For example, in this application, I get the data from Hamburg Airport. It's departure and arrival program. In our app, it makes two requests. Obviously, it's considering fetch, but our load time is about 4 seconds, which is a lot for an application. And as you can see here, it loads our data and API right here. But what if a request would take longer than it should? So we have our arrival here. We get Hamburg Airport arrivals here. I've wrote an utility function that tell an app to wait for example, any given argument in milliseconds to wait. This is just a simple promise. What we basically want to measure is what if one of our requests take longer than it should? What happens next? So, as you can see here, when we hit refresh, it's still loading. Then, when the data is ready, it loads. You see, your app would be as fast as your slowest request. But what should we do about it? When the other parts of our application is loading, how can we show the loading? Okay, there's a file in NextJS called loading.tsx. What this file does basically, instead of showing here that it's loading and the application waits on a Chrome, we handle loadings gracefully. Let's change the font color to see text white. Let's use a bigger font, text X large. So when we hit refresh, we can see the loading here. 3 periods here. When we hit refresh, it waits and show this loading component. And for the fun of it, let's rotate, spin, animation, spin. Yeah, that was it. When we hit refresh, oh, it's rotating around the globe. This is the worst way to handle loading component, okay? And you see our application taking around 12 seconds to load because we added 10 seconds more. But what if we want to show our application as soon as one of the data is ready to show? We use this keyword, suspense. Suspense is a React component telling that if our data is not ready yet, show this component, and if it's ready, show the exact data. Fallback. Let's get rid of this file completely. Okay, you see, departures data are already loaded, but you see this loading right here? It fetched our departures data, but arrivals data are not ready yet. So it goes to the suspense and waiting for the data to load. We can add other things as well. For example, I wrote a component before, board skeleton, to show if the app is not ready, show this as a skeleton. This is powered by skeleton's chat CN component, which only takes width and height. When we hit refresh again, the data that is coming, the data is fetched, it's showing, it is waiting for the new data to come, it was here. As you can see, the page load still 12 seconds, but we are not waiting 12 seconds to see the data. We are seeing the data that is already here and ready for us to see. This concept is called streaming, meaning that it shows the data on the part of the screen. Thank you for watching.